Welcome to my very messy kitchen. I'm having a snack that I planned, and then we are going to get into this meal prep. Ready? Talk with a mouthful. Okay, so recap from yesterday, you have to have your plan in order to prep. I talked about the two programs you can follow with Beachbody, and that's 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix. Or if you don't have access to those programs, then you can follow the 21-day fix portion control, which is very, very similar to Ultimate Portion Fix. This is the In General Beachbody Guide to Nutrition book that you would get with any challenge pack. Basically, you go by your weight and it tells you how many containers you get. And you just follow that. Of course, give you your lists and all of that stuff. We'll also give you some amazing recipes in here. As far as the Ultimate Portion Fix or the 2B Mindset, when you get those programs, and this is also everything that you see me show you today can be printed off as well from BOD. But it's nice to have a copy. And in this one, Autumn Calories signed it herself. I talked to her for a little while and she pulled me to the side and wanted to know if I would be interviewed because of my story. I had lost 140 pounds, and anyway, that was fun. But also the 2B Mindset recipe, this little recipe book, because there's so many good recipes in here. Doesn't this sound delicious? Open-faced avocado burger and turnip fries. So anyway, recipes, you won't ever not find a recipe for whatever you're thinking. It's really what it's about, is not restricting yourself and not taking things out of your life unless it's not reacting well for your body. But it's not taking that away, it's learning how to make them at home and make them healthier so that they can be still a part of your life, but you're kicking the bad stuff. Now, both of these programs are amazing, and they are both going to go through and teach you the hows and whens and whats and whys and all of that. And they both come with, and these are on BOD as well, they both come with journal trackers. So what I love about these trackers is it's not like I'm spending hours and hours and hours a day tracking my food, measuring, weighing everything, but I just simply write what I had, and then I'm able to look back and observe and reflect what worked well that week, what didn't work well, and change as needed. So really handy little booklets. Again, you can print them off of BOD as well. Both nutrition programs have lists for you, and basically you just pick the foods you like and you make your plan, and then you prep your plan. So I'm gonna go through what I do. I'm more of a Ultimate Portion Fix gal. Okay, so you have your containers here. The top is gonna be the best of the best. And basically you just pick out the foods that you love and put together your meal plan based on how many containers you get a day. Okay, so here's my very fancy meal plan. I'm supposed to have 4 greens, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 2 purples, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons a day. So, my first big meal, you will see me have my garbage bowls every single day. I'm very rare that I do not have that. Maybe if I'm traveling or something. But it's always the same basic concept of putting in all the whole food ingredients into a bowl, topping it with hot sauce, and there you go. So it changes a little bit as far as what protein I use, maybe what some of the veggies that I use, but it's always a garbage bowl for my first big meal. And my second meal is always Shakeology and a fruit, maybe a fruit and a half. So that is my plan, and I'm gonna show you how I prep. Super, super easy for this. So I base everything around the protein that I have at each meal. So if you do that, and then you also have your veggie with it, and then you also have your healthy carbs that you're gonna have for the week, then it's pretty easy to come up with your meals and piece them all together. I highly recommend, especially if you've never done this before, I highly recommend you to just prep in bulk. This style of prepping is great for large families. It's great for one person, it's great for two. You really can't go wrong with this style of prepping. So that's why I am gonna show you that today. This is how I prep, and it's really the easiest way to prep in my opinion. I like it very simple. I don't mind eating the same thing every day with just, little changes here and there. And yeah, let's get into it. So like I said before, I base everything around the protein. And so this week, what I prepped as far as my protein is chicken, and I shredded some and then I left some whole. And then I have ground turkey, which is the middle of the week right now, so you can tell I've used some already. So I go back and forth between the two based on what I want in the moment, because there are some days where I don't feel like chicken. And if I prep just chicken, then I don't know, the chances are I'm not gonna be very excited about what I'm eating that day. I stick to chicken, ground turkey, and salmon or tilapia for the most part for my proteins. And then Shakeology. So Shakeology counts as a red, and that will be one of my proteins as well. For my veggies, I always have a tub of onions. I always have a tub of peppers, have spinach on hand, and kale. And if it starts to go bad, I put it in the freezer. So there's a tip for you, because you can use it in your Shakeology or your smoothies that way. Now, the veggie part of things is pretty easy for us right now because it's harvest time and our garden is producing a lot of zucchini and cucumbers and peppers and squash, green beans, tomatoes, onions, all of that. Kale and spinach, loose leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, all that is covered from stuff that we've grown, which is really important to us as well. So that's fun. So you can see I've got my onions in this container of what's left so far of the week. And I need to cut more peppers for sure, which we've got plenty ready over here that I haven't frozen yet, and as well as zucchini, squash. That's all our veggies this week. And I usually cut those in the moment and then use leftovers from dinner. Okay, healthy carbs. I usually stick to these two: sweet potatoes, quinoa. Whatever I feel like in the moment in my garbage bowl, that's what I'll use, or I might mix and match. As long as it fits in the container, it doesn't really matter. So, excellent healthy carbs. I do make, this is about out because, like I said, middle of the weekend I prep for my family, so we all eat the same thing. Gluten-free rice, basmati rice, and then my husband, this is just regular potatoes. He likes to mix and match sweet and regular together. He doesn't like quinoa as much. So anyway, those are my healthy carbs. My fruit this week, these are blackberries that were picked wild from our backyard. So, and they're at the top of the list anyway. Berries are excellent for you. So that is my fruit. For my orange container, I'm not always great at getting this in. I don't know why, but this is what I use for my orange container. I don't use dressing for salads or anything like that. I only use hot sauce, which is a freebie all the time. So, or salsa that I've made. But I throw this over top of my garbage bowl just to get in the orange container. The blue, which is your healthy fat, and everybody gets one of those, nobody gets more. I usually use avocado. They're amazing for you, but I don't have avocado this week. Make sure to have it for next week. So I use almonds, and about 12 of them is a serving, which seriously feels like nothing sometimes. But so that's why I prefer the avocado, and it tastes amazing. I didn't used to like them, but I really love them now. So I put that in my garbage bowl. And then I get 2 teaspoons of nut butters or oils, and I usually use olive oil in my cooking, so that's where that goes. So you can see, oh, and a random spaceship over here. So you can see what I mean by bulk prepping. I make rice and potatoes and quinoa and sweet potatoes. I put them all in a large container, big container of my fruit. I got my Shaco. I've got my proteins, large containers of them. So they're individually in containers, ready to be used in each meal. I'm gonna show you how to put a meal together from your bulk prep. I have onions, peppers, and zucchini and squash right here. I'm gonna put them in a green container and then put them in this tub. So there is 1 green. It's a mix of peppers, onions, and zucchini and squash that I had left over. So it looks like that so far. Then I take my red, which is a protein. I'm gonna go with chicken this time. Go ahead and take the shredded chicken. I'm gonna pack it down as tight as I can. I like to eat. And put it in there. Pretty decent portion so far, right? Yes, it is. I know. You will not starve. I promise. Then we're gonna take the yellow, which is our healthy carbs. It's a tough decision which one to go with. I think I'm gonna go with sweet potatoes because I love it. So there's that. I'm gonna dump her in. There you go. Green, a red, and a yellow so far. Pretty simple. And then I usually have my blue with this, my avocado, half of an avocado, but I don't have it, like I said, so I will have my almonds later, and that will count towards my blue container. But here is a meal, and that's how you put it together. Don't overcomplicate it. Here's another easy one. We have plain Greek yogurt, red, counts as a red. I'm gonna have to lick that clean because I don't want that to go to waste. And a purple blackberries. Simple. There you go. Amazing snack or meal, depending on where it fits in your day, you know, and your containers. Let's make some Shakeology. Okay, so I put some ice and some water, about like 1.5 to 2 cups of liquid that I put in there. It's about 1.5 cups of water, and then I top it off with some unsweetened almond milk. I always have frozen bananas in the freezer. I buy them on sale if they're a really good price, and I freeze them all. Same with all your strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. I mean, eat them fresh, of course, but they only last so long, so I freeze them. I'm gonna put just a fourth, just like a little bit in there. I'm saying like, that's all I put in there. Like, I don't even think that counts as a portion. I'm not even gonna count it today. I get more fruit today. I use my frozen spinach or my frozen, that's nice, or my frozen kale for my smoothies and Shakeology. So there's that. We're gonna go blend it up. I added my flaxseed in there today for my orange, and then my Shaco. Blend it up, looks like barf, but it doesn't taste like that, so. Cheers. Super smooth, love my Vitamix. So good. And then I usually have to share. It's like they hear the blender from miles away. I usually don't have this at this time, but since I was showing you, I'm gonna go ahead and have this for dinner tonight. And it's delicious. It has all the portions in there, so it's a complete meal, complete dense nutrition, and it tastes amazing. So I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you track. This took me literally 2 minutes. So I put the date, my goals and intentions, how I felt. Obviously, I did not get enough sleep. Wasn't in a very good mood this morning. But anyway, I write down what I had for all the meals, how much of each container, and how much water. And that should all add up to the amount of containers that you should get a day. And then on this side, it talks about your exercise and how you felt. Then I have done my evening reflection. I hope that made sense. Super easy, don't overcomplicate things. Bulk your protein. Bulk prep all my carbs, and I literally use them all week long. And I use them for my meals, the kids, I use them for dinners. I put them out on our table and warm them up, and that's what we have all week long. Make it simple, make what works for you, what you all enjoy. Happy prepping. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the group. Bye.